Hello, how is everyone doing? It is your fallen angel back with another video. Today, we are going over Brahmacharya. Within this playlist, we'll be going over sexual thought in sages, spiritual aspirants, and householders. And without further ado, we shall begin. In a jhani, the sexual craving is entirely eradicated. In a sadhaka, it remains well controlled. In a householder, when not controlled, it does havoc. It exists in him in its fully expanded state. He cannot resist it. He yields to it helplessly on account of his weak will and lack of firm resolution. So on this journey of Brahmacharya, if you don't find a true purpose beyond you wanting to hit a certain day mark, which is a lot of what people do on semen retention. People try to just go, well, I'm going to go 90 days. I'm going to go 160 days. I'm going to go blase, whatever days. If you don't find a spiritual alignment or a goal spiritually, you will find yourself stuck. You won't have a firm resolution or a true end game. And the true end game is finding spiritual attainment. In a jhani or a sage, no sensual thoughts will crop up in the mind. There will not be any difference in feeling when he sees a beautiful young girl or a child or an old lady. He will see the one underlying eternal immortal self in a female and a male. So we see that there's no discrimination, there's no objectification regardless on age for a lady or a male, when a jhani or sage is fully embraced in Brahmacharya. He will not have any difference of feeling when he touches a book, a log, a wood, a piece of stone, and the body of a female. There is no idea of sex in a jhani. Such must be a condition of a mind of a man who was established in Brahmacharya. Now, this is the point you want to reach where nothing can break your mindset. Nothing can break this stone wall of Brahmacharya. You're mentally intertwined. You're physically intertwined. But once you're both, you now become spiritually intertwined. In an aspirant, there will be occasional sexual thoughts, but they are kept under check. They cannot do any havoc in him. A passionate householder, however, becomes a prey to sexual thoughts. A passionate man of the world wants the constant company of his wife. The idea of sex is ingrained in him. It is very, very powerful. He wants everything to be done by his wife. Then only is he pleased. This is simply due to this everlasting passion. After the death of his wife, he never relishes his food, even when it is prepared by an expert cook. Such persons are thoroughly unfit for the spiritual line. When a man feels disgust for the company of a woman and cannot tolerate her company, it is a sign to show the awakening of vairagya in him. Now, this is not just to say that you should feel disgust for the opposite sex. It's to show that you shouldn't have these desires or passions. It's a removal of both, and to understand that you are now devoted for the higher purpose. If you keep lemon juice or tamarind juice in a golden cup, it is not spoiled or tainted. If you keep it in a brass or copper vessel, it gets spoiled and becomes poisonous. Even so, if there are some vishaya vrittis, or sensual thoughts in the pure mind of a person who practices constant meditation, they will not pollute the man and induce vikara, or passionate excitement. But if there are sensual thoughts in persons with impure minds, they cause immediate excitement in them when they come across sensual objects. In the vast majority of persons, the sexual craving is very intense. So like we said, guys, with the same analogy with the gold plating versus the silver or copper plating, a pure mind will allow you to go through any environment. But an impure mind will give you such intense cravings, and it makes you want to act out on these desires. They have got sexual. They have got extreme sexual hankering. In some, the sexual desire occasionally comes, but passes off quickly. There is mere agitation only, of a simple nature in the mind. But the proper method of a spiritual sadhana, this can be completely eradicated. So, sadhana means daily spiritual practice. Sadhana is used by yogis and yoginis in the context of the yogic practice. When we do sadhana, we are taking a step to create the life we want. Sadhana can be a commitment to wake up before the sun each morning. Sadhana means establishing an ongoing personal relationship with the spiritual truth or the divine. It is connecting your microcosm of your world with the macrocosm of what we know as God. These are the key points of sadhana. So guys, this was another video on the playlist of Brahmacharya. Feel free to check out the other videos if you may. Also, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Feel free to check us out on Patreon, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, things of that nature. This has been your fallen angel, and I am out.